Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going to go over the Krebs Custom 103K-S. Now this rifle is based on the Bulgarian SLR 107 FR rifle. That's the base rifle for it. If you guys have seen my previous 103K review by Krebs, you'll note that it used to be based on the Sega rifles. Obviously those aren't being imported anymore, so they switched over to the Bulgarian base rifles. A lot of the same concepts are in play, and certainly the Krebs quality that we expect is still in play. What we're going to do now is do a little bit more shooting and then actually get this rifle on the bag and see what kind of accuracy we can get out of it, and see if it lives up to the reputation that Krebs has built for itself.
Got an 11x7 shoot steel target down there. We all know that AKs are horribly inaccurate, so we're just going to demonstrate that here. We got some wolf ammo in there, foam metal jacket stuff, and the old iron sights. We'll see if we can make it ring a little bit. Somehow, like magic, we were able to hit those, even with the inaccurate AK. Time for a little accuracy testing in the gun now. We have some foam metal jacket wolf. Target's downrange at 100 yards. And we have the primary arms 4x4 power optic, I should say. That's going to be up first. So take a few shots at the target and see if we can get any hits. Those look pretty good, at least from here anyway. You guys have seen it better than I am. Next up, we have the Winchester hollow points, nickel case stuff. So not what most folks will be carrying in their AKs, but certainly for home defense or self-defense, hunting applications, certainly could be used. Looked like we went way right, so it may just have a different POI. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change and move up to the middle target to give us a bigger area, if we will, in case one sort of shies a little bit more to the right. Go check it out. I'll have to go back and look at the tape, but I really don't know what happened with that wolf group, but for sure with the Winchester group, you can see we were right at 2 1/4 inches on that group, so certainly not that bad. It was shooting to the right though versus the wolf for what it's worth. I was holding right here, right along this edge, so it's definitely shooting to the right compared to the wolf, but certainly not bad.
A little bit better accuracy out of that Wolf group than I initially thought, but we were getting good accuracy with that and the Winchester load due to the fact that Krebs does a lot of things with the barrel here. Now the barrel starts off, obviously, it's a great barrel. It's a cold hammer forged chrome line barrel from the Arsenal, Bulgaria factory that uses Steyr machinery. So some of the best barrels in the world come out of that factory, and this one certainly is among them. Now Krebs cuts it down, they do a target recrown on there, and then they actually move the front sight block here back and pin on this Arsenal USA AK-74 style muzzle brake. Now it's very similar to the 103 brake that you're going to see on some of the Russian rifles, a little bit different, but it's very, very close and is going to perform similarly as well. When they move that front sight back, they actually leave the bayonet lug in place, and it is fully functional with the muzzle brake on there, as you can see here with this bayonet here that attaches on there and locks into place as it would on any other AK rifle. The handguard system here is going to be the US-made furniture system from K-Var. It's got that nice aluminum heat shield in there to keep it cool, and nice lightweight polymer all the way around. Moving back to the receiver, we have a few things going on. The entire gun itself is blasted down and then refinished with this Krebs coat finish. Now, it's a very durable, solvent-resistant finish, and it's a huge upgrade from what Arsenal puts on from the factory. Arsenal's finishes over the years have developed a pretty bad reputation for good reason in most cases. They tend not to be the most durable. This Krebs coat stuff is really good. It has a nice black satin finish on there and does a good job resisting wear overall. The Krebs safety is one of those things that until you try it out, you think, oh, that looks pretty cool. But once you do try it out, the functionality and the increase in terms of just speed that you can flip that safety lever on and off is huge. I really like it. We've done videos on it in the past. It's a huge upgrade to the AK system, especially for right-handed shooters. It really aids getting that weapon on safe and back on safe very quickly. On the left side of the pistol, we do have the optics rail that you've seen and used throughout the video, and also we have the folding mechanism, the controls for it, I should say. To fold it, you're just going to push this little button in here, fold the stock back, fold that out of the way of the camera, it locks into place, and to release it, we're just going to hit this little button right here. If you don't hit that, you'll see there it is locked into place solidly, and you just want to hit that button. That'll release the latch up front here, and it locks back into place. Disassembly of the rifle is standard AK. We're just going to push in our recoil spring, pop your top cover, push the spring out. And one thing you'll notice when you actually pull your bolt carrier out is just how smooth that action is. Now, there's a few reasons for that. Krebs goes through and actually smooths out all the surfaces on the gun. So they actually put it in a tumbler and get any sort of rough edges off. And you can see this gun's got probably at this point about 600 to 700 rounds through it. And you don't see a lot of wear there on the receiver. That's due to two factors, the Krebs coat and the excellent fit and finish they do when they're actually wearing, or I should say tumbling, that receiver and stuff in there, taking all those rough edges out. Additionally, you can see our trigger here has been resurfaced and polished up. So what that does is it's the typical Arsenal AK USA trigger, and they resurface it and take a lot of the grit out of there, and it's extremely smooth pull. And unlike the factory trigger, which is a two-stage trigger, it becomes a single-stage trigger. So it has a nice clean break and breaks right around 3 pounds and really is extremely smooth on the break. While I have the gun apart, I want to point out another thing that Krebs does to improve the accuracy. You can see here that the bolt face looks like it's been modified a little bit, and that's because it has. Krebs actually goes in and trues the bolt face to the chamber to ensure best accuracy possible out of the AK system they can get. Now, this is very common procedure on bolt guns. On AKs, not a whole lot of companies out there are doing it, but Krebs does, and that's just another thing that aids to the increased accuracy you see from a lot of their rifles. In addition to inside the receiver and the charging handle and everything else, an area that they do polish up and smooth out is going to be the mag well there. So there's no burrs, rough edges, or anything like that you'd find on some guns. Of course, it fits a wide variety of AK magazines, including the AK-103 mag, which just looks right in it. Those are all the small details that go into the rifle. Now, some things that folks are really going to be concerned with is going to be weight. This rifle weighs in right at 7 pounds, so it's just a touch lighter than your standard AKM rifles. That's obviously due to the chop and the barrel length. You're going to save a few ounces there. Additionally, the overall length of it when the stock is extended is going to be 34.5 inches, so a little bit shorter again than your standard AKM. Price on this one is certainly not a little bit shorter than your standard AKM. It's a little bit longer, if you will. I picked this one up from Circle10AK.com. Now, the price on this rifle, I believe, is $1,600 or just over that from Circle10AK. So That's a lot of money. There's no getting around it. But when you think about what you're actually getting, right? You're getting the base SLR 107 FR rifle, which this certainly is. Generally speaking, that's going to come in today's market somewhere, if you look around, in the $1,000 to $1,150 mark, I should say. So you get the base rifle. They obviously tear it all down, go over all the fine details of it, and they actually ensure that you have a straight front sight and gas block, which is something that a lot of the SLR rifles don't always have. If you look out there on the internet, you'll find that. So you will get it, you know, laser sighted in, which is a good thing. I think this one was about 3 inches off at 25 meters when I was setting it in. So it's very, very close. And the sights are not canted at all. You get the, obviously the crown barrel, the Krebs coat finish, which is certainly, like we mentioned, an upgrade. So you get all those things in there. And obviously you get Krebs excellent customer service as well. So is it a rifle for everyone? No, it isn't, but it is certainly a great rifle, and if you're looking for a top-notch AK, it's definitely one I'd take a look at. If you guys have any questions out there about this rifle or anything we didn't cover in the video, by all means, you can post below in the comments section. You can also post over at my Facebook page as always, but thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing, and I hope to see you in the next video.